What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
Thank you. I have been given the honor to welcome you to State House. Welcome to State House this afternoon. With that, we will proceed then to the Vice Chairman to give his remarks, and then we'll have the presentation of the report, and then the President will receive the report and then comment. Vice Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, members of the Cabinet, Your Royal Highnesses, the Secretary to the Cabinet, senior government officials, fellow members of the Technical Committee, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I wish to state that giving this report on behalf of the Chair, who unfortunately has a bereavement and lost his son. Nonetheless, in a sense of patriotism, he did send his gratitude, he did send his greetings, and he did wish that he was here, but suffice to say that the bereavement made him unable to be present with us. It is an unfortunate circumstance. So I'm reading the speech on his behalf and indeed on behalf of the Chair, Mr. President. As a committee, we are honored to present the report on the drafting of amendments to the Constitution. Mr. President, the Technical Committee, as you appointed it on the 2nd of October 2025, carried out a noble assignment to consult the people of Zambia on their views with respect to specific constitutional amendments. Mr. President, we wish to report that the committee, composed of the diverse members of the Republic, professionals from different disciplines, their Royal Highnesses, different technical people, had carried out their mandate with a lot of vigor, with a lot of pride, with a lot of enthusiasm as we went across the country. And we are happy today to state that we did carry out our mandate independently. We also wish to reiterate the fact that as a committee, we are proud and we are happy that the mandate was carried out without any form of interference. And this point is one that the committee wishes to reiterate. In our deliberations, we had a lot of debates, we had a lot of consultations, we had a lot of ups and downs, but those moments spoke to the independence of the committee. And we're very happy that in decision-making, from the very first moment when we adopted our rules of work, our working methodologies, we were independent, we were deliberating, and that is what made us proud, and that is what led us to where we are right now as a committee. Mr. President, the committee was entrusted with a solemn responsibility to undertake a nationwide consultative and inclusive process to review specific provisions in line with the terms of reference. And to fulfill this mandate, the committee conducted physical sittings at provincial centers and carried out virtual sittings in all the districts across the country. We also received oral submissions in English, in local languages, as well as in sign language. We also received submissions through written format, and in this regard, Mr. President, we placed boxes across the districts of the country through the local authorities, where citizens were able to place their written submissions in those boxes. We also carried out an innovative process where we allowed citizens, or where citizens were able to make their submissions through online platforms. And in this regard, citizens were able to use the official website of the technical committee, as well as emails. In this regard, we are happy to say that we received submissions through the virtual or through the online platforms from citizens from both within the country and also outside the countries. Zambians outside the country, Zambians in the diaspora, were able to take part in the constitutional life of this country. And that made us proud, Mr. President. In terms of numbers, we are happy to say that as a committee, we received over 11,860 submissions from across the different platforms that the committee was using to create platforms. And in this regard, we are also happy to say that this is one of the highest number of submissions that has ever been received in a constitutional review or a constitutional amendment process. In fact, I can confidently say that it is the second, because the highest received 12,000. We are also happy to say that we were able to do this in a space of 2 months. In this regard, the committee will also be happy to say, and I'll say this with a smile, that we kept our promise that we will be cost-effective, that we will be efficient, and that will produce quality work. And indeed, we have kept to that promise. This is also the first time that a constitutional amendment process, or indeed a constitutional review process, but for our purposes, a constitutional amendment process has used technology. In this regard, we were able to collaborate with Smart Zambia to use online platforms to receive submissions from the people of Zambia, and this worked very well. It speaks to efficiency, it speaks to cost saving, and we are very happy that we are able to do that. It also speaks to the fact that citizens are able to use their everyday gadgets to contribute to the constitutional life of this country. That is one thing that has made the committee very happy, Mr. President. This is also the very first time that proceedings of the committee were televised. We are aware that proceedings have previously been televised and have been shown, but from the beginning to the end, this committee was transparent, ensuring that at every point in the receipt of submissions, the media is present, that the media is welcome, and that everyone is able to see what the Zambian people are saying with regard to their constitution. We are very happy and we are very proud of that. Mr. President, we are also very happy that as a committee, we have been able to produce a report, deliberate on the report, and to be able to produce it. In carrying out our work, we would be unthankful if we do not thank the different institutions and departments that helped us to carry out our work. We wish to express our gratitude first and foremost to the people of Zambia, because they showed ownership, they showed patriotism, and they showed vigor, they showed eagerness to the constitutional life of this country. And we are very thankful to them, because without them, there would be no submissions. Without them, there would be no report and there would be no draft bill. We are also thankful to the different government departments for the logistical support that was given to move around the country, to conduct the virtual sittings, to conduct the physical and oral sittings. Particularly, we are thankful to the local authorities. We are thankful to the Zambia Police Service for providing security. We are thankful to the Zambia Air Force for being efficient enough to carry us from one district, one province to another very efficiently, so that we could be able to move without the different challenges that we would have faced if we moved on the ground. So we are thankful to all the different stakeholders. We are further thankful to the traditional leadership, our Royal Highnesses, some of them who, Mr. President, were thankfully part of the committee. highlighting the diversity of the committee, who went round the country, not only showing the patriotism, but also showing that traditional leadership is an important part of the governance of this country. They did show up. We're thankful to the men, we're thankful to the women, we're thankful to the persons with disabilities that showed up consistently throughout the submissions. We're thankful to religious leaders that came and made submissions. We're thankful to the labor movement, to the business community, to the marketeers, to the student union, and indeed to the larger members of the public who showed up and made submissions. We say thank you so much, citizens, for taking part again in the constitutional life of this country. In closing, Mr. President, we wish to say that the committee has completed its work, and it now wishes to hand over its recommendations through a report and through a draft bill. We believe that we have produced a quality report, and we believe that we have produced a bill that reflects the wishes and aspirations of the people of Zambia. And for that, we thank you, Mr. President, for having set up this committee, for giving this committee the listening ear for the people of Zambia. And we are happy that we are able to hand over the report and hand over the bill. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair. I'll call upon the Vice Chairperson to be upstanding. Mr. President, we'll invite you to receive the report. The rest of us can be seated. This is a rare moment when you're seated and the President is standing. It is now my honor and privilege to call upon the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, to address Mr. President, sir.
Thank you very much, Secretary of the Cabinet. Let me do some housekeeping to welcome you, Vice Chair, the Royal Highnesses, and the Technical Committee members. We welcome you to State House, your State House, People's State House, the People's State House. I also want to acknowledge the technical team that you worked with, just in case one or so of them are present. May I acknowledge the Acting Minister of Justice and the Minister of Defense, Secretary of Cabinet, and the team that is here. I will continue by first really offering our sincere condolences to the Chair for the loss of his dear child, his dear son. We're sorry about it. It's come at a time that the Chair and yourselves were engrossed in a critical national exercise. And this misfortune befalls us. So we're sorry about that, and we will be calling the Chair, President will be calling the Chair to offer our condolences. Next is to say to you, Vice Chair, and the team, and I say so on behalf of your fellow citizens, those serving in government, in the roles that they do, and on behalf of the whole government, and more importantly, the people of Zambia, to really thank you for the tremendous work you've done. Tremendous work that you've done. You've done this work against all odds, efficiently. Efficiency in terms of time, efficiency in terms of resources. Overall, you've exhibited, and I think you and what we preach in our government of prudence, you have probably ticked that box to this stage. I would like us to clap for the team at this stage. We sat in here and talked about these issues of doing things differently, utilizing the data that has been generated over years, utilizing experiences that have been acquired over years. Then your skill sets, the mix that sits in this team, very important to us, to the nation. When I say us, I mean to the people of Zambia. And your attitude to work. When you were set out to do this work, the naysayers said it's not possible. It's not possible because you articulated the time frame and that you'll be able to come back, and people were listening, and you have done it. I think this is a first. You received submissions from the people of Zambia. You have thanked them. I join you in thanking the people of Zambia. But the point I want to make for now, at this stage, is 11,800, did you say? 11,800 plus. Today is 2 months on the dot, almost. You can say you are shy by a day because you were appointed on the 2nd of October. Today is the 1st of December. This has not happened before. But I haven't made my point. My point is that the one that commission, Constitutional Review Commission, or whichever process, that could be parallel to this one, received around 13,000 submissions. Over what period? 2 years. Let's put that in context. To the nearest, you can say these numbers are similar in terms of submissions. One done in 2 months, another done in 2 years. This is commendable, truly commendable to you and to your team members, the support staff, ministry, support staff, I mean Ministry of Justice, I mean other ministries, I mean Cabinet Office, I mean the technological platform, Smart Zambia, councils, local government, you mentioned them. I think they should all be commended. As we commend you as a package. The primary team, yourselves, secondarily, then the support staff, and the institutions, individuals that availed some work, some contribution to make this possible. Yes, my own men and women in uniform, Zambia Air Force. And I'm happy that the police were on hand. So we're grateful to all of that package of support that you received. And we are happy that today you are able to present the draft report. And we receive it with full hands, on both hands, if you like, on behalf of the people of Zambia. I must say, if I didn't say it here, I will regret, but I'll say it so I avoid regretting, that we are proud of you. We are proud of you. And following this moment, due processes will take place. The next steps, as per procedure, I mean correct procedure, not procedures in the past that may have been inappropriate, but the correct procedure, because this document is for the people. This constitution is for the people. Therefore, the processes that the people would like to see ensue from here will be followed. And we'll do that quickly. I'm sure you are aware that we've been engaged in some dialogue with various stakeholders, some who are not agreed to the process. We met them here. I think it's our obligation to meet citizens, to hear citizens at any and all stages of this critical process. Today, we had another team. And that team, or the meetings we're having, have nothing to do with altering the work you have done, because that's not what they're for. They are for listening, additional ears, additional exchange of views with the citizens, because this is their document, very important document. So do not feel that these meetings would result into something else after having done a good job like this. I think we believe in dialogue ourselves. I don't believe, and many people don't, in street resolution of issues. This is the way we should do things. So we may meet another group tomorrow or so, Vice Chair, so you know. But it does not really store the work that you're doing. It's to explain to each other for improved understanding. So let me conclude by saying the due process will follow, and expeditiously, but I will make consultations with our administrators. I know you went through a lot. I know you were tired. I know some conditions were not as good as you wanted them to be. Once you are out of your home, conditions are not the same, isn't it? Even the food, just the food, right? So you endure that. I will be consulting the team, because I would like this team to hang around, to stay on board as we run through the processes, just in case, for example, the Parliamentary Select Committee wants to talk to you or any one of your members in a big group or a small group. I think that's the logic that we have, because of the in-depth understanding of what you have been doing intensely for the period. That I will consult, and I will be guided by procedure, by all the protocols. But that's the desire that I would like to ask you to consider as a committee. I know you may not respond instantaneously, but that's the call that I'll be making. I think it's rational to do a thing like that. I also want to indicate to you then that if there were any transgressions, any limitations that you experienced, I think we regret those in the course of your work, and Secretary to the Cabinet, the Ministry, will make good. I don't know anything, but I'm just saying preemptively if there's anything. So, you good Zambians, through you, Vice Chair, you deserve a rest for now, for a day or two, but we open contact lines and questions will come from the due process. As it takes place, questions will come, guidance will come, and we ask you to be on standby. But the President is not, through again consultation, not dissolving this team. Just go home and see your families for a while and see what happens afterwards. But mostly for now you'll be working in Lusaka, I believe. Because you're all Lusaka based, aren't you? Except a few Copper Belt, Avenandola, the Royal Highnesses, of course. Who else is out of Lusaka? All right. Oh, Chibombo. Yeah, you are right. Technically, you are right, yes. Chibombo. Yeah, that's true. So otherwise, I think I want to end here, not to belabor the point, but to once more to say thank you very much, and that any sensible citizen would be proud of you. I mean a sensible citizen who will be proud of you. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We have come to the end of the receiving of the report. Mr. President, we know it's dark outside, but we will have a photo session in the lobby, and thereafter we'll disperse. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.